One of the best ways to understand any codebase is to read the tests, and Rails is no exception. In this episode, we are going to learn how to run the tests provided by the Rails source code. So here's the Ruby on Rails repository. You can see that it is made up of multiple mini frameworks, each of which handles a specific concern related to a web application. For example, Active Storage is a framework that handles cloud storage. Active Record provides the ORM layer. Active Job handles the background jobs, and so on. Each of these modules contain their own tests. For example, in Active Storage, there is a test directory that contains the tests related to Active Storage. Each of these modules have their own test directory. To run all the tests for all these modules, you run a single command from the Rails directory. Running this command will run all the tests, but we are not going to do that as it may take a while. And for our purpose, which is to understand the Rails codebase, we need to know how to run a single test or even multiple tests in a file that we are trying to understand. So let's start by running all the tests in a module. We'll start with the action pack module, which is a core Rails framework that provides controllers and views. So let's switch to the action pack directory. And we'll run the same command to run all the tests in this module. So you can see it has started running the tests. So it took about 11.8 seconds to run all 3500 tests. And we can go further and run the tests in this specific test file. And so this is a base test, which is in the controller directory in the action pack module. So for this, we'll use a different command. And you can see it finished running all 19 tests in this file in about 0.3 seconds. If you're curious what's the I flag is for, we can check the Ruby documentation. Which tells us that it's used to specify the load path directory, which is the test directory in our case. Now this is better, but we can also run a single test, which is what we'll be doing a lot in this series. For example, if you want to run this test called test controller path, which contains 4 assertions, we'll use the same command, but we'll also pass the name of the test using the name flag. So this runs a single test in about 0.2 seconds. So that's how you run a single test. Now running the test is only one part of the equation. To understand the source code, we should be able to debug it by putting the breakpoints in the source, pausing the execution, and examining the state of the variables. We'll do all that in the next episode. Thanks for watching. If you have any feedback, please leave a comment. If you liked the video, hit like and subscribe. I look forward to your feedback. Thanks.